Hey guys, it's Aspartame here from Simple Boot Solutions on Ravencrest EU. This is just a quick video about gearing up and preparing for raiding in Legion. What I'm gonna start with here is our stat priority, which is going to be Mastery, to Critical Strike, to Haste, over Versatility. Our Mastery is going to be, it's not going to change, it's Echo of Light that causes each one of your direct heals to place a heal over time on the target, healing for a percentage of the initial heal over 6 seconds. And Critical Strike doubles the effect of your heals, which also doubles the effect of your Mastery. So then there's Haste. I'm not quite sure if there's a haste cap we want to be going on, like a certain percent to lower the global CD, or maybe renew tick faster and lower the cooldown of some spells, but I'm not going into that at this video. Then we're looking at the gearing up, which is gonna be pretty similar than what it was in Draenor, except the change that there's no challenge mode dungeons, there's Mythic Plus dungeons. Of course, we're gonna start with, heroic dungeons. There's chance to proc Titan Forged sockets, which are always useful. Remember there's no garrison. We have new class halls, which works similar to garrison, but well, not the same. Thank God. There is a class hall set for each spec and class, or class and spec. I'm not sure if it's not in the best in slot gear for the raiding, but they are good, and you want to get them at least for the T-Mogs, because they're recolors of the Mist of Pandaria CM sets. And then we get to the new part, which are the Mythic dungeons and the Mythic Plus dungeons. You need to set the dungeon to Mythic difficulty and enter the dungeon through the dungeon entrance. You cannot enter it through the dungeon finder. Meaning, you just get a party, just like in WoD, and run to the instance. Best way to do this is with guildies. You get a group that you do them on daily basis. If you don't have guildies or friends to do them with, then please use the dungeon finder. If you don't know how it goes, you go to the pre-made groups, dungeons, start group, find group, and from there. Completing a regular Mythic dungeon will reward you with a key. This key will let you do the same Mythic dungeon on a level 2 difficulty. So first you finish it on normal difficulty, then you get the keystone and you can go to Mythic plus 1. But you can only do, say you finish Violet Hold on normal difficulty and you get the key from there, you can only go to Violet Hold on Mythic plus 1. When you complete a Mythic difficulty in time, you will get a loot scale for the level you completed on. So you start with 840 item level, you go Mythic plus 1, it's 845. So, and so on. For each keystone, the difficulty changes so that all enemies will increase their health and damage by 9%. So when you get to, let's say, Mythic plus 3, it's 27 more damage taken and health. You take 27% more damage, and the mobs have 27% more health. And then I think there's 10 different difficulties, and 3, 6, and 9, I think, are going to get. There's gonna be some buffs. The mobs are gonna get some extra buffs and stuff like that, which is gonna make them harder. And every week, on every weekly reset, you will get a chest in your class order hall that contains a gear item that rewards the highest keystone challenge you completed, in which the item level is plus 5 for every keystone, starting at 840. So it will go up to 885 item level, because there's 10 different difficulties. So you start with 840, and let's say you finish. The highest you finish is Mythic plus 5. So it would be 840 plus 25, which would maybe 865. And so on. So And also you want to be doing dungeons because of artifact relics. If you don't know how the artifact works, please, I will drop a link below and go check it out. That's gonna be our weapon. And these artifact relics are a way to increase the item level of your weapon and also boost the skills or the traits through it. Every dungeon is gonna have their own artifact relics to drop, and you wanna be farming them. You can farm them on normal, heroic, and then mythic and mythic plus. Most likely you wanna push as hard as you can to get the best you can. So if you can go and push like mythic plus 6, go on, do it. You'll get some really nice artifact relics, you get some really nice gear, and you get like super good pre-raid gear. And of course, don't forget professions. Blizzard have deleted the max amount of crafted gear you can equip at once. In Draenor you could only have 3 crafted pieces on at once. Now they have deleted the limit. Of course you're gonna need a shitload of ingredients to do them and crafting materials, but while you run through dungeons and stuff like that, there's a possibility to drop the crafting items. So, I don't remember the name. It was like similar to Savage Blood. Savage Blood was the crafting item for Draenor, and there's gonna be a new one for Legion. Anyway, then there's the legendaries. I think they're like well drop loose. They can drop from almost anywhere. At least that's what I've learned. I might be really wrong with this, but you can equip one before raiding, and once you get to artifact level 43 or something like that, you can equip another one. You want to be, farming them and hope to get some good ones, because I think some of these are not that good, but I will go through with them and give you what I would like to have over the others. Anyway, the first one is a neck with after not taking damage for 5 sec, you gain an absorb shield for 15% of your maximum health for 30 seconds. This effect may occur once every 30 seconds. Yeah, I think this could be useful if there is well, of course, in every fight there's phases when you don't take damage, so it's a little bit more survivability, but I'm not sure if it's the way to go. This is interesting. The cloak, Shanzi. After a spirit of redemption expires, you will revive at up to 1% health, based on your effectiveness during Spirit of Redemption. After reviving, you cannot benefit from Spirit of Redemption for 10 minutes. So basically, this does not count as a battle res, which makes it really interesting. It gives you a chance to sacrifice yourself for the benefit of the raid, not waste a battle res. And of course, during Spirit of the Redemption, you will be spam healing like hell, so you will most likely revive at 100% health. This is really interesting, and I really like this one, and this might be the way to go. Then there's the wrists, well above 75% health. The cast time of your heal, prayer of healing, and smite are reduced by 15%. This is interesting too. If you can, not take damage, you can benefit this from a lot. But it depends on the fights. If there's heavy raid damage or small raid damage coming all the time, and it's hard to keep, because you want to have the uptime on this. You want to have 90% uptime on this. And the stats are not that great. So maybe. But this is interesting. Then there's the waste. If Serendipity is triggered and the whole word is not on cooldown, Serendipity increases the damage and healing of your next cast of the Holy Word by 15%, stacking up to 5 times. If I'm not quite sure if this is something you want to be using, because you want to, well, abuse your new holy word spells as much as possible. You want to be using them constantly, especially with divinity and apotheosis. You want to get the most of them. So I don't think that's the way to go, but it's seriously interesting, because you can get some sick burst healing through that. Especially, like, think about Serenity, the single target heal. It heals for 180k. With this legendary, you could stack it up with 75%. So it would be almost 400k single target, like instant single target heal. Which is fucking stupid. It's ridiculous amount of healing. It's like lay on hands from a paladin. But yeah, going on. We have the legs. Increases the duration of renew by 6 seconds. Interesting, because renew at the moment costs too much for the amount of healing. But with the artifact trait, to increase the healing of renew, and with this one, it would definitely make renew a really useful spell. Feat. Equip your instant cast spells have a chance to trigger Foresight, making your next non-instant cast spell castable while moving. Maybe, yeah, but I don't know. Depends on how good you're positioning yourself. If you need to move a lot, then yes, useful. If you move smartly and, you know, save your instant cast while you're moving, I don't see this so useful. And it's a random proc, so you never know how long is the proc and can you actually use it as it should be used. The ring. Allies protected by your guardian spirit will also receive healing from each of your active renews. Well, this is again question if renew is going to be as useful as it has been before. Like now, during the pre-patch, I've only used renew I've only kept renews up on tanks. Most likely nothing else, so I don't know if this is so useful. But again, if we get to the point, when we have 2 legendaries equipped, where is it? Here, with the legs, maybe, but I don't know. And the fact that Guardian Spirit has a 5-minute cooldown, I don't know. You can, yeah. Well, actually, now that I think of it again, it's not that efficient because Guardian Spirit's cooldown is so fucking ridiculously long. Forget it. And the last one, the other ring, is successfully applying a loss of control effect to an enemy grants you 70% increased move speed and 15% haste for 10 seconds. I would describe this as useless. I don't like. Why? The haste is nice, but 70% movement speed. There is, I don't know. We're using Angelic Feather, or at least I am, and you should be using it too. I don't see a point when this would actually be useful. Anyway, that's about it. I hope this helped you even a little bit. If not, I'm sorry for it. I will drop down some links below to guides and how to priest websites and so on, if you, or where I get most of the help I need, and I hope they can help you too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and to the next time.